find it funny how we've got 5 likes and haven't even started talking yet. Is that suggesting something?
Clearly they like my chatting in the chat.
Anyway, hi guys, welcome back to NES Season 6 for Round 5 AM Split here at the Fuji International Raceway. I am Nukeshot Zokeo, and of course, as you may have heard, co-commentator beside me today
It's Joe. It's me.
Well done, Joe.
Hello to everyone.
Now, I have been very food deprived today, so apologies if I haven't got my usual very vigorous energy, as many of you have pointed out.
Vigorous, that's how we describe it.
Exactly. But we've got a couple new people, and it should again be a very good race. A nice stacked grid, although I believe we only have a couple of LM cars, but plenty going off in the GTs.
Yep, we have 2 LMs, a safety car, and then everyone else on the track is GT. So that'll be 9 GTs, I believe. It's actually too many. Hang on. I'm at Green's here, I forgot. You joined. You might have to do a quick BMP check on that, Green.
Yes, I will. Thanks for letting me know that. So that's 3 LMs. That's good.
Yeah, okay. Once you've done that, I'll start up for you to equally.
Okay, thanks. He's on track, right?
Yeah. R18 2011.
Yep. Macrian doesn't have any ballast, so it'll be just a straight.
Should be an easy one.
If I can get the page up, that would help. My phone's battery, well, one of them anyway, is quite low, so that's sad. R18 TDI 620 and 936. That checks out. Right, excuse me. Sorry about that.
Rip.
Can we get some F's in the chat for that sneeze?
Right, let's get this going.
So, as usual, it'll be 10 minutes for the GTs, and then 10 minutes for the LM cars. Green, my favourite colour.
And the cars are rough. Add the pit speed on it.
Yes, so, Joe, care to take us through the entries that we have today?
Well, we have a solid 8 cars out on track. So we'll start off, well, just the order they are on the left-hand side. We've got Canoni Brothers out first. In the Toyota Supra, 329. Followed by, well, a whole bunch of cars together in Seoul, actually, they nearly crashed. But Bermuda's leading them. In the RCZ with his, oh yeah, of course it's the second week of our livery fortnight. So, nice variety of liveries. Let's see if anyone loses it over the dodgy curb. Nope, it's still good. So yeah, Muda in the RCZ, followed by Tribe in his Golf Mercedes. Just behind is Ross in the other Supra. Muda holding Tribe a bit. Okay, Dan Speed is behind, he's in the M3. So we have our second M3 now. John Wondering just going past there in the Lexus RCF. And also going past GTO in the other RCF. And our other new competitor is, where is it? There he is, Warbeast 101 in the McLaren F1. Let's see, coming through, Canoni's going up to the last corner. Ready to start his first lap.
Yep, I think we'll go on board for this.
And Ross are playing some games on track, don't worry about that.
Hold on.
They're fine.
Wait, what? What's going on with the Muda?
Nothing. I think they were just trying to have a track position.
Okay,
or
because
disagreeing.
I was gonna say they're not meant to type during sessions. I will give them a 5-season ban.
It's because it's part of the big group.
So, going for a lap here. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so I'll take over for this if you don't mind.
Okay.
First corner, TGR, downhill. Very easy to go onto the AstroTurf on the left-hand side on exit, so be careful of that. Slight kink as you make your way into sector 2 for Coca-Cola. Again, very easy to carry too much speed and go over the curbs and then off onto that the green concrete which will get you a track limit penalty. 100R, again, pretty much double apex line, and then setting yourself up for the hairpin. Get on the throttle nice and early as it opens up on exit. Couple kinks down towards sector 3. Mount Fuji should be appearing on the right of the screen. There it is. Braking heavily for the Dunlop chicane. Another good overtaking opportunity. Very tight and tricky. Stay very patient on the throttle. And the uphill section, all about late apexes, which of course does also invite cars following closely behind to send it on the inside through Lexus. Nicely done again by Canoni, and then again setting yourself up very wide in order to get the best run possible onto the straight. Perhaps a little bit early of an apex that time by Canoni. Also don't want to run onto the AstroTurf on the outside because it is quite steeply banked, as you may have seen, and going onto the straight.
So some cars can actually get away with using that little bit of AstroTurf and anti-cut curves on the inside of that final corner. Not all of them. Oh, Canoni sets our first time with 38.1, which has been by Tribe straight away by just over a tenth. Ross, not so good, he's dropped half a second back from Canoni. GTO is a little further behind. I know he was behind John Wondering for a bit, who himself overshot the chicane. Will stuck into 4th place. Side lap so far. Next up is down speed. Who goes fastest? By quite a bit. Muda was burning fuel, so he's not on the lap. And once again, hello to the chat.
Yes, apologies again, it's been a very interesting day, I'll put it that way. Hello to Mills, hello to Amuda, hello to John Wondering, hello to Joe.
It's me.
It's me. Oh dear. Hello to Turn 1, I believe that's Emilius. I think I've already said hello to Amuda, but hello again. Bambi, nice having you along once again. Hello to Mika, one of our moderators, and CJ, the other moderator. Mika bigging up his livery today. We'll see that in a bit. In fact, you may have seen it in the opening. And Swablu as well. And CRN Roland. Nice having you here as well. The car's coming across, or close to the start-finish line again. Canodi goes into the pits for fresh rubber. Tribe doesn't improve this time around. Now perhaps one crucial difference is a lot of these guys have been racing the full season so far, therefore have accumulated ballast, whereas Downspeed, who is purple again, as they're approaching the start-finish line, it's their first race of the season and therefore they aren't on any ballast.
I think he had a bad final sector there, something must have happened. Maybe cut chicane a bit too much. And had to give up time from the penalty.
Some of the cars coming out of the pits, that's only followed by teammate Ross. So just over halfway gone, 4 minutes left in the session. Downspeed currently leads with 2/10 up in that first sector alone, followed by Tribe, who was a bit of a slowdown penalty on this lap. Ross leads Canoni of the two Supras. And Warbeast is now 5th, so that means that one of the Supras jumped up a place because Warbeast was in 4th. So Warbeast now down to 5th. GTO currently in 6th place. John Wondering in 7th, and Amuda yet to set a representative time. Looks like they might still be
just pitted for his tyres there. So he's on his out lap. Ready to go. He should have time for 2 laps.
We'll have to see how that works out for him. Tribe looks like they're coming into the pits this time around.
Indeed. Straight in.
Jack Wilkinson there you see on the right of shot.
CGTO's pitting as well. See if anyone's finishing a lap. Speed. Yeah, he's busy as well.
They're all coming into the pits. This is around the window then that they think they can do one out lap and then one final push lap.
Yeah. Warbeast and Ross are carrying on though. They're finishing lap. Ross is on the out lap actually. He's pitted the last time round.
Warbeast didn't improve that time around, and Ross goes on to their new lap. And McLaren should be quite good around here, given the straight line potential of it. But it does have a custom SRF BOP, in order to neuter it a little bit. It does have reduced weight because of that as well. As you can see though, still around 3 or 4 tenths up in Sector 1. Because it is the oldest car, so in theory,
Currently
at least aerodynamic.
Yeah, as you say, he is purple by quite a bit, but the car is good in that sector. Canoni's on the personal best so far. See how he's doing.
There they are. They still are rocking that helmet.
You'll have to see it, except if you're CJ.
Oh, poor CJ. That has multiple meanings. No, I'm joking. Oh,
okay, so that's out of the Greek economy.
Some of these guys might not make it. I'm not 100% sure, actually. No, they should all be fine. I'm just looking at who that is going through the kinks at the moment.
Furthest back is a Muda, who's on this fast lap.
Who's that coming across the line at the moment? That's Tribe onto their starting lap. So Warbeast, I think, is going to be the first. They were improving by 4 tenths.
He's just crossed.
So Ross up to second. Warbeast stays fifth with an improvement of 4 tenths. Ross
Canoni crossing now. Doesn't quite improve.
No, just misses
within
out.
a tenth, but not quite improving.
He's got one more lap.
John wandering across the line. That was an out lap. Okay. And here's a Muda now, coming out last corner.
They are up on their own best time, as we'd hope, with 35 seconds off the leader at the moment. They slot in 6th.
It's 6th place after that.
138.897 for a Muda.
But everyone's on their lap now, for the final one for everyone.
I'm also surprised that helmet's allowed to be there, Bambi. Ah, yes.
No rush because no one's there. Oh, and a Muda quite a bit wide there. See if he gets a penalty. I know what he has got, that's dirty tyres. Okay, Tribe's come out the last corner, but he's still got a penalty. I don't think he'll be able to improve.
Yeah, that could be Tribe only managing 3rd place maximum.
Ross and Warbeast side by side, I think the laps probably both compromised.
Possibly. We'll have to see how that goes. So it could be close.
Canoni said he was purple for second 3 sets 2. No improvement for Warbeast. Ross did not improve.
Here comes Canoni.
Has he made it? It's not purple, but it is 3rd place.
So Tribe drops down 1 more position. As who's next to come across the line?
Dansby did not improve. John Wandering did improve.
Yeah, so John ends up staying 8th, but a bit closer.
Last car is a Muda, who improves up to 5th.
Nice stuff.
That is our grid.
I'm sending the screenshot. Yep. So here it was.
Top 6 are within 1.3 seconds.
The top 2 were very close. Dan and Ross. Only separated
both
by.
Both of them early laps.
Yeah, only separated by what, 1/10.5, maybe just slightly under. So very close.
Not much at all. Right.
So LM qualifying will be starting shortly, as I'm sure Joe is typing in the chat.
Maybe. Type out the usual thing.
I'm going to pour myself a drink. Today's episode of the Nukeshot Endurance Series is brought to you by Orange Juice, unbranded.
So in LM we have just the 3 cars today.
We've seen 3 cars here before though, so...
It's a common thing, but it's fine. Because we have a variety of cars.
That's the thing as well, we've got a hybrid here, we've got another hybrid, and we've got a non-hybrid in the form of Macri making a return again.
The hybrid Audi is probably the least hybrid of the 3 from that year.
Yeah, it should be good for qualifying though if you can recharge it. It's got probably the punchiest of the systems, but it doesn't last as long. Whereas the Porsche of Mika in the Heineken livery this time around, that should actually have the longest lasting hybrid system, and then of course
The hybrid does still run out on the Porsche because I did run some laps with that.
Yeah, I saw that in testing. So we'll have to see how that goes. Macri just warming their tyres up.
Miko's actually managed to burn through all his hybrid up to now.
You better start thinking about recharging it, hint hint, nudge nudge. I think he's watching the stream.
He is, but it's on about... I forget what the delay is, it's 15 or 30 seconds.
Here you see Arama charging their hybrid up. I always find it difficult, at least probably just because I'm using an auto gearbox, to charge the hybrid on the R18. It's got a mechanical system, I believe, similar to the GTR LM Nismo. I think it's flywheel based. It's only not electric based, as far as I know.
Okay, maybe that makes a bit more sense. The question mark he typed was because he'd got spun bar drive.
Oh, if you have footage of that, that could be something investigated if you want that to be looked into further.
Anyway, Arama is first on the lap.
Gonna go on board for as we approach Coca-Cola.
Yeeting through the left, getting up onto the red curve.
Yeah, interesting
And
line. They're going to the
line.
one line and then the late apex as opposed to the double apex, which is a bit tighter. That's the thing about this circuit. There are multiple lines you can take. Also help because of the massive track width.
It certainly does help. What I find is that wide line that Arama took is better for helping your tyres in the race.
Making their way uphill through Sector 3. All about rhythm. I know that quite a lot of drivers do struggle with this particular sector. It's definitely unnatural, deliberately running wide in order to get that better apex.
Let's see what times I can manage. So Arama's hybrid's gone, Mika was gone, he's now recovering. Starting off with a 27.0 from Arama.
Mika goes 1.1 faster.
And Savannah has managed to rejoin the lobby.
Awesome stuff. So we can have an extra GT car. And Macri
has run wide out the last corner. He's not spun it.
Yep, well done.
Actually done impressively wide and didn't spin.
That's the thing, it is very easy.
He's reset back to bits.
Okay. Bit odd. Maybe that was because of the grass on the tyres or something? That'd be my only guess.
Just wants to drive around and do laps, I suppose. Right, Arama is harvesting again. Mika's just going for fast lap.
Yeah, interesting strategy. Maybe Mika, because he can literally just charge the hybrid with just being off throttle, he doesn't even have to rev the car. Maybe he's just going to wait in the final sector or something before going for another lap.
It probably depends on his times, how he's doing. He had a purple sector 1 and then not purple sector 2, but he's pretty close to what he did last lap.
It'll be difficult.
So I'll just keep going.
But we'll see how it goes for him.
His tyres are still good. On the power, up to 3rd and 4th gear. Hybrid dies and then it's all up to the regular old engine.
Here we go then, making his way towards the start-finish line. It is a slight improvement actually.
Yeah, it's a cleaner final sector.
Nicely done by him. As Arama starting their new lap after the recharging. Makrian still on their L lap after resetting to the pits. Half the session is gone. We've passed the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, Mika's still very much on it. Using all the track whips that you can.
Oh, very nice. And I'm not just saying that because he's got NS underscore at the front of his gamer tag.
Or because it's a green car that you
There is that as well. Look at that, it's nearly 3/10 purple on
you
his
say that,
outside.
he's got a bit deep at the chicane.
That would be why. That's the awkward thing with having sector markers in braking. So I think there's one in Catalonia where
There is,
it
but
messes
I
up your
think the
optimals.
Fuji one's looks a bit better, I think. It's actually just before when you brake.
Yeah, that's always a bit better. Mika making his way around the final corner. I think Arama is still... this is their...
Arma is on the fast lap by the look of it.
Yes. Yes, that would be it. We've got
Mika
plenty of
go to the
hybrid
pits.
left. Mika is indeed bailing. You see the
Arama's going for the lap.
famed Nukeshot pit crew. Here we see Arama making their lap time. It's not
Improves.
enough. It is an improvement though. It's 126.201.
I mean, it's an 8/10 improvement, so it's pretty big. And pretty good considering his ballast.
That is very good considering his ballast actually, yeah.
Makrin has pitted. Don't ask me why, I didn't see.
I don't know either.
He reset back to the pits again. That's why I don't know.
Yeah, because otherwise it would just like reset him to the end of the pit lane after a cutscene, wouldn't it? So that's quite strange. So Makrian perhaps just getting a bit of practice in, I suppose. But he does still have to set a lap. Unless he thinks that the best he can do is third, so he's just using this as a practice session.
I don't know.
The R18 should be quite a good car for this track, we believe. The non-hybrid, that is. Let's see how it goes.
Arama's back in harvesting mode.
Yep.
Mika is coming up on him a bit. They're fine.
Yeah, there's enough of a gap there.
Mika hasn't charged the hybrid, but he'll still have more than on a normal racing lap.
To John Wandering in the chat, shut up, the Nukeshot pit crew are famed, just because I say so. Arama into the pits, that's an interesting call after their harvesting, so they believe
Yes.
pit now, fresh tyres. Don't think the tyres are that bad, oh, maybe a bit
He'll
bad.
have to rush around the out lap to make it.
It's going to be cutting it close. Actually no, I think he should be okay.
It's a minute 26 for his best lap. He's got to let Makrin through as well. He does so.
And if he's going to have to recharge the hybrid again on top of that, because it's all drained.
He has a minute and a half from now, so let's see. He's probably got about 10-15 seconds in hand.
If he does do the recharge on the hybrid, he is going to be very cutting it close at the end of this
I
session.
think he'll have to if he wants to improve.
Will he take that risk?
I don't know his best sectors, so maybe he could just improve by driving rather than hybrid, I don't know.
Oh, shaky over the curb. He's getting close to Makrian. Maybe he's thinking using Makrian as a bit of a slipstream.
He could do that, work out quite nicely. But he would be sacrificing the hybrid regen.
Plus the
He comes out the final
potential
corner.
Here he goes. What's it going to be for NS Mika 46?
Not said he's on a personal best, but he could prove us wrong with the final sector, and he
He
does.
has. It's a 125.649 for Mika.
Yep, that was his best final sector.
As
The other two
Makrian's
sectors
about
were
to
not personal
go
bests.
and set their first timed lap by the looks of things.
Okay.
1:26.854.
That's not bad for a first lap. And yeah, everyone's made it onto the final lap. Ram did not recharge, I don't think.
Yep.
I don't know, Emilius. Why does YouTube think this is Forza 6?
It does that for whatever reason. I don't set it to say Forza 6, although that would be funny. Will there be further improvements?
Ram's gone wide that long left, I think that might ruin it. Will he get a penalty? He'll have dirty tyres, but will he get a penalty?
No, he hasn't. The game's decided he didn't gain time there.
There's the...
Yeah, he's ran wide.
Tyres. Unfortunate, Mika was getting rid of a penalty, I don't think he'll improve.
Macrian's the only one. Making their way through the final sector.
The widest entry possible there. But he's also gone too wide.
That could probably be a penalty for track limits.
Dirty tyres has limited his exit there.
A bit shaky. As he just put the AstroTurf, it seemed. Exit as well. So probably not an improvement.
That's already passed his best lap, so that is it.
Yep. As only for official sake, Arama coming across, but their time
is already passed his time.
Yeah, so.
Coasting across the line.
I'll send the.
Consistency once again in LM. I was about to say the other way round. Coming down to LM inconsistency.
Here is your results again.
Please join track. Sven Don's to check his VOP.
Ah, yes. So Svender's in a Lexus.
And have we got all three Lexuses? It's Lexuses, it's not Lexi, in the lobby.
Well, if your name's Jeremy Shaw, then it's Lexuses.
That's the most correct.
That's an IMSA joke.
I wouldn't know.
Oh wait, no, I forgot. Svender's actually changed car. He's in a Corvette now. I forgot. He did tell me this. It's just me evidently forgetting. So I don't believe he's got any ballast. Corvette should be quite a good choice around here. I know that it's quite good on the straights, unless your name is FRL Lynx. Yep, that checks out. And the bop.
Right, I'm going to be doing the grid, just make sure everyone's on track after the bop.
Wait.
So, LM, Mika, Arama and Macrian. With the least safe safety car on pole.
Oh yeah, of course. We've got that peasant.
That could be anyone.
It really could, actually. New subscriber to the channel, Emilius. Hello, Emilius. I have no idea why you weren't subscribed before, you fat peasant, but no, I joke. Please don't unsubscribe.
He's going to report the channel now and report the stream for inappropriate content.
Oh no. For clarification, fat is spelled P-H-A-T, so therefore it's not offensive. He was on early with the Turn 1 account, so maybe he's just adding his personal account to the subs, which is nice.
Could be. Having the stats.
Sota in chat, nice having you along, says Svender might need to get issues with driver license thing if he has he needs a clean race today. Yeah, Svender's had a bit of a tough time so far this season so far, but again, it's a very wide circuit here today, and we saw probably one of the most mundane races of all time last time out in Pro Split, so maybe we'll see more of the same here. Of course, hopefully there'll be overtaking, but you know, in terms of on-track collisions and other peasantry, hopefully it should be quite limited because of the amount of room. And Bambi, the way it works is anyone that competes in an SRF sanctioned event, such as the Nukeshot Endurance Series, automatically gets license points and stuff. That's why you see some cars with Pro decals and Am decals and Pro Am decals, and if you're my co-commentator here, Elite decals.
The only person at the moment. Definitely not just because I've entered a load of races. But you do also have to have 2 race wins to get the Pro, and then 1 title to get the Elite, as well as earning points to get up to that point.
Earning points to get up to that point. Indeed.
Still need Warbies to join track.
Yep. Oh, okay, you've already said.
Yeah.
You didn't add them specifically, but still. If you're enjoying if you're enjoying the stream so far, again, be sure to leave a like. It helps somehow. Show your parents, show your grandparents, show your dog.
Account, I don't know.
Yeah, all this other stuff. Please.
They gravitate towards the warmth of a computer normally, not what you're using.
Oh, that is very sad in chat, Bambi. Oh no. His platinum ranking was rescinded to gold.
Big F. The Muda is predicting a turn 1 collision with the new people. Any other predictions in the chat?
Such as safety cars. Normally when we bring up safety cars, we don't get any. It's like the anti-curse of the commentator.
It's hard to tell with Fuji because Pro Race was very clean.
Well, it was the Pro Race that had the only safety car so far this season.
It was, but that was Tokyo, not here. Swap with the first guesses. Danto in Group 3, Mika in Group 1, and 1 safety car.
Team NRQX. I always forget who this is.
Macrian, I'm pretty sure.
Macrian, right. Why don't you host 1 hour endurance races? This race is an hour. Unless you were speaking to Bambi in VRR or something.
I was saying, why don't you do them so I'll be entering them, yeah.
Oh, if that's the case, then that's because I'm doing, well, the commentary and stuff. And also my controller tends to be a bit broken on occasion. If you mean also why we do a lap count instead of an actual 1 hour, it's just because then when the timer runs out, you don't get caught out.
Yeah, because it broke one of the updates really early on and they never fixed it.
Yeah, it's but that's why we do the calculation, so however many laps it is here. I think it's 43 racing laps.
Just so that people actually finish the same lap that the leader does.
As we see Ross doing the tow-mater strategy.
This is on track, now I need to check where he actually
is
on the grid.
What are those rear tyres? That's concerning.
Is above GTO. Right, so we can now check if everyone's ready.
I'm gonna do that at everyone. Yes, I'm not using the keyboard. Also, Swablu's still here for whatever reason, I don't know.
I don't know.
Should I kick them?
That's...
It's going in the funny moment
she's up to me.
compilation. Oh wait. Oh yeah, you are host. I thought I could kick him, but no.
Unlucky.
I think he's typing in chat, so I think he's saying no, please.
Says perhaps.
Oh dear. We're at max capacity, so technically he should leave. Because he's not racing. He was, spoiler alert, a winner last time out in the Pro Split race here. Joe, if you could do the honours.
I'm just letting people finish typing.
I mean of the kicking of the Swablu, but the starting of the race too, I suppose.
Typing has stopped. This is concerning.
Has everyone said that they're back? So many BRBs and stuff. Svanda, did they say they're back? Yep. Okay, I'll stop.
No. You could do that next race.
Oh, fine.
So we're going to Seika.
Oh, yeah, of course. In the... Well, not exactly
It'd be more
deserts, but
appropriate
it's
somewhere like
handy.
Springs, but that'll do.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
The kicking of the Swablu, as we mentioned.
Oh, that thing.
Please. Get rid of him. You just watch the stream. That's what we're here for. Swablu. He's got no choice now. Oh no, we've got another Beyblade. Well, the last time we had a Beyblade on circuit, they won the race. Well, And Swablu's been... Swablu? No, Arama has been doing very well recently. Well, and Swablu, I suppose.
I'm just going to start the race.
Oh, what do you mean, hold on? Fat peasants. Again,
We said to Ross, hold on. Let the race begin.
This is going to be a juicy one. Are you ready? Because I'm certainly not. Joe, talk us through the grid.
Again? Oh, hang on, it's not letting me in spectate mode yet.
We'll go through the grid as they on the
Everyone now
formation
sits
map.
on the grid. Are they going to move? Oh, there we go, they got control. So we have the amazing NES safety car leading them away. CJ, oh, it's actually gone for racing tyres for once, it's when he was stuck.
Oh, is he actually?
He's not moving yet. He can steer, but he's not going anywhere.
I'm gonna say red flag and restart.
Yeah, he's revving, it's not moving.
Okay, make sure that the grid is all fine still. Well, we got the stream as a reference.
I won't know
suppose.
until it resets the track, yeah.
I'm gonna say restart PS4 and clear cache.
Have one car left on track. I can't see it. It's a GTO. There we go. I can look at the qualifying screenshots, so it won't matter, guys.
Okay. So, a bit of a delay. Apologies for that.
Bambi saying his friend can't see someone. So try and work out who the other person is and have them reset maybe. Spencer doesn't know how to clear the cache.
Right. And there's many people typing at the moment. Maybe one of them's helping him. So it's menu. Yeah, actually, Svander, if I'll do an example. Hopefully it doesn't crash my everything. Because you can actually do it from here, but it's always best to reset the PlayStation as well.
I don't know. Oh, he's watching the stream, okay.
Okay, so you go to, I believe it's options. Yep. And then network. Delete temporary data. That's the one that you need to do. So, reset PlayStation 4. Log into GT Sport. Then do that data reset. Or the delete the data. Only the temporary data thing, as I showed just then. And obviously don't delete your save file. And then join back, and then hopefully everything will be fine again. So I hope to see you in a bit. And yeah, I see you in chat, Twitch TV Packer. Should we run through some other stuff as well?
I need to rejoin the track so I can see if the grid's actually right. It looks like it has safety positions.
For the most part, well, you will need to reposition.
I'll just have to do the people that rejoined. So it's GTO, ahead of John Wandering, and then the others. Okay, everyone's back on track.
So, how are you guys doing in chat? I'm doing awful, but that's fine. Still hungry, but I'm gonna have to wait till the end of the race for that. If you are willing to donate to my bank account so I can eat, please do. For just £5 a minute, you can support this radish. Speaking of food, is that you with a plate that I hear in the background, Joe?
That is not me with a plate.
What on earth is that? I'm hearing something that sounds like ceramic.
What I told you that's wood.
Oh. How novel.
Right, Pekka's loading up GT again.
Okay.
Fred is Gucci.
Yeah, nice having you along, Fred. A wooden plate, Swap was asking. So it would seem.
Not a wooden plate. Looks my chat does not update as fast. They've only just had that event now.
Well, that's probably because you're the host of the lobby or something.
But it's probably because you're the person doing the stream.
There's that as well. Although actually, yeah, that probably also is the thing. Has the race started? No, it hasn't yet. Svender's just joined back. Hi, Ollie, by the way.
Yeah, we have to do a quick red flag.
Yep, he was stuck on the grid.
So once Sven rejoins, I'll put him. Well, he was last, and he'll be last for a safety reason anyway.
Yep, makes sense. So hopefully everything's fine. Yes, that's an idea, Bambi. I think we used to do that back in the Gran Turismo 6 days. Was everyone type how many they could see, but it got very confusing because everyone was typing at once, and it all became like a cluster of madness.
Yeah, another issue is sometimes the person having an issue will see a car stationary, like they'll still see the car, but it won't be moving, and everyone else will see the car moving. So they'll still see the right amount of players, but the issue's still there.
Okay, is Svanda on the track?
Right. He is.
Is the grid
I'm
reset?
checking that the grid, it did save itself, yeah, the grid saved. And people are where they should be, that rejoined. So, I'll start it up again in a second.
Hold on.
Where is Svanda? Is he driving? That will help. He is driving.
Okay. We'll do that check now. There's 13 on track. Almost.
13 on track, yes. Yeah, I've definitely done that in other series before, Bambi.
Yeah, I suppose we could implement
Well,
that.
I know I was in a couple of VRR races briefly. No one said that they don't see 13.
No, I'm just gonna add Svanda just to be safe. Who's that going backwards?
That is Tribe leading somewhere around the brigade. Oh, it's not just Tribe, there's a... Is that a round that was been punted? Right, he can see 13. We're only nearly 20 minutes late.
Okay, this should be the final thing.
Yeah, and if there's an issue again, we'll have to ask people who have the issues to leave.
Which is very sad.
And just actually not race, yeah.
Also, I do have a keyboard, I just... Like, that's how I do the replay function and stuff. I just am used to typing with the controller, as weird as that is.
I think we're going to start, aren't we?
Yep.
Race start.
Okay, I'll do all that stuff after.
Yeah, there's plenty of time. Really press the wrong thing there.
So as soon as we get the cars rolling, we'll go through the grid
Yeah,
again.
we'll make sure that everyone's moving and then we'll go through again. So, can I go into spectate mode, please? Not yet. I can now. I'll go on board with Svenda just to make sure. Traction control, and he's moving.
Oh, fantastic news.
Everyone is moving. CJ, of course, in 8th gear.
He has an 8th gear? Oh yeah, he's the safety car, what am I saying?
He has the extra mirror on the Oh, it's not the driver's side. No. I thought it was for a minute. Okay. So everyone's moving. Fantastic. CJ's going too fast.
That's the second violation he's had as a safety car driver.
Yeah, he cut the corner at Monza. Now he's done this.
Unbelievable scenes. Anyway, Joe, talk us through the grid.
Yes, we have a grid with some green and yellow cars at the front. How much are you paying them? Are they paying you?
A smidge.
A smidge.
By that I mean nothing.
So behind the NES not sponsored safety car, we have NS Mika in the 919 Heineken Mobile. Behind, in the other Rebellion sponsored car, we have Arama, and third in LM, Macrian in his Martini Audi.
Yeah, plenty of
It does actually say
today.
Martini on it, I can't see it.
I think it does, yes. Yeah, it's
If it's on
Martini
the side,
Racing
that's
Team.
probably why. Okay, and leading away in GT, first time
For
after
a
the series,
start,
Den Speed.
Den Speed, I think, is not meant to be bunched up this close with the LMs. Is he going a bit fast?
They're probably telling him, because I'm sure they're all still at the party.
Oh, that's a fair point.
Or, I'm sure some of them are listening to this anyway and they'll tell him. So he's leading GTs in the M3 by we have Ross in the Supra, followed by the other Supra of Canoni. We have Tribe in the Mercedes, a Boozer in the RCZ, and Warbeast in the McLaren F1. After that we have the two RCFs, GTO and John Wandering, and Svander, after his resets, is at the back in the Corvette.
Well, here we go then. The safety car, or pace car as it is at the moment, goes into the pits. If we see it again, it will be the safety car.
I totally
NS
realise that
Mika.
no one asked where the start and restart points are.
NS
That's always
Mika
concerning.
will be leading them off,
He's
crosses
gone.
the timing line, and he's gone. There you see the jump from the hybrid. Charging down towards
GTs have
corner.
gone. Ross was a bad start at DCs.
Everything quite sane at the moment. Was that a bit of a slide? It was a slide from Mika. We could have waited at the wrong time. We're going to catch that on a replay in a bit. But here is the
I'll keep an
start
eye
of
out
the
there. 4
GTs.
wide out turn 1.
Oh no!
5 wide.
Oh, what is going on?
They were briefly 5 wide.
Still 3x3 as they make their way towards Coca-Cola, and Ross
There's
has
gonna be
somehow
some
found their way
contact
into the lead. There's going to be penalties
Yeah.
for corner, like
There's going to be
track
dirty
extensions.
tyres as well. 3 wide further back.
What are they doing?
Almost on the
What
outside.
is this? This is it. 4 wide.
4
oh.
wide.
Oh no.
I'm just looking back from Canodi's car and it's a mess.
Let's do the same. Let's look back from Canoni's perspective. What
No
on earth?
damage, by the way. No damage.
Unbelievable scenes. Well, here you see
Back to
him.
the front. Arama is currently leading now.
We will catch what happened earlier. Mika's got back to second, so Macrian may have made a bit of a
Macrian has-
mistake.
Yeah, Macron just ran wide there as well. So maybe dirty tyres affecting him.
So the two Supras are escaping up the road, but behind them is absolute anarchy as they make their way through the third sector.
Yeah, Ross was initially going to escape and then Canoni next to escape the madness.
Still too wide as they make their way through Lexus. I think that's Svander making positions up. They're on the inside of Tribe.
Amuda will be the next to escape.
Oh,
Warbeast
slide
with
from
big
Warbeast.
slide.
Will they be able to
May
recover
have
that
just
though?
caught the Astro.
Is the thing.
Down the straight he might. Speed's already equalising with Svender. Yeah,
Really
Warbeast
can.
definitely set up for top speed here. He's pulling away from the Tribe.
Here we go. Good defensive work by Svander. Defending the insideline.com for everything.
On the
NES.
brakes. Oh, a little dodgy on the braking there, but they make it. Warbeast going for the wide line, careful Tribe.
As I think they're getting again very close for the lead in LM. Mika looking to the outside, going into Dunlop. Arama goes defensive. Going to be difficult to hold up the Porsche, because with the ballast that Arama has, but he manages to stay ahead for now. We're going to cut back to the GTs. Oh, we know it's
Tribe
difficult.
had to take avoiding action there. Tribe had got past Warbeast, now they're all banging into each other again.
Careful, lads.
Tribe Warbeast and Dan are making contact here.
As Mika does go up into the lead of the race. And there's a spin! I think that's a Rama nearly... Oh, somehow recovering. I've no idea how that happened, but Mika does go back up into first. Arama second. There's so much going off. This is the exact opposite at the moment of the pro race.
It is. So the first three in GT have got a bit of a gap between them. They're spaced out enough to be safe. But then we have from Svander down to GTO, everyone close together. 5 cars. John Wadring's just off the back of his back.
Yep, John Wadring's first race back in quite a long time.
So Tribe's got a good exit, but will he be able to gain his slipstream?
We're gonna see. We're gonna go on.
At the moment, he's not. He's about equal.
Indeed. As Vander again goes to the inside, they'll probably move back across. Yep, there you see it. Take the racing line.
So Svander is definitely set up for top speed if Tribe can't be gaining on him.
Oh, Svander's ran a
Goes
bit
a bit
deep.
wide. Tribe's a little sliding on the power though. Maintain for now. But behind them, we have 3 cars still close together.
I'm just gonna
Bobby's
see.
going a little deep.
There was so much going off at the time. Here was what happened with Arama getting a bit out of shape. He is purple though through that particular sector. Sector 2.
Oh, Tribe's just dived past.
Okay.
Into the left hairpin, he's
we're gonna
made a move on
catch
Svander. Svander's coming back. Is it enough? No, he's played safe.
Yep, so here it is. Again, that corner 100R setting up the overtakes nicely and a switchback move by Tribe into the hairpin. Nice work. Again, Tribe, one of the heavier cars here. With ballast. Mika, I think, is trying to get quite a bit of a gap over Arama, as Matt Creed is able to stick with Arama at the moment. Not quite slipstream range, but enough to trace his lines. Still decent gaps between them, so we're going to cut back to the GTs. Amuda's pretty much in no man's land in third at the moment.
And Macron has disconnected.
Oh!
That's a big oof.
That is... Oh no, that is really a shame for Macron. That was looking to be like one of the most, in terms of speed, competitive states at the moment, but unfortunately it's a disconnect. They've had a really tough time this season, Macron, and really unfortunate to see that. As Svander gets a penalty. 1 second.
Oh, there's still fighting though, Svander, Tribe and Dan. 3 wide on the exit.
Outside, and yes, 3 wide. GTO and
Tribe
Warbeast
gets the
riding
run.
it out as well. Tribe there.
Doesn't cover the inside though, Svander's there. Under braking.
Gotta be careful with the ghosting.
They got away with it.
Yep.
There's been little taps here and there from everyone in this group.
Yep,
Just nudging each other.
As we say on the channel, onion barges between them.
Yeah, that's
Very
very
hospitable. Svander
no damage from them.
trailing behind at the moment, as I've got a text message from a good friend of mine. I'm gonna have to deal with that post-race. I did actually get some fan mail, or at least those from like real life fans. So whatever, nothing to do with the stream. So
It's something.
I'm classing it as fan mail. Here we go. We're about to go 3 wide once again. Svander with a great
Oh,
run.
not again.
Oh, come on. This is fantastic stuff. Why didn't we have this in the pro race?
There wasn't such a big difference between some cars' top speeds.
Look at that. Svander back up to 6th overall, 4th in category.
Svander is definitely set up for the straights. And it's paying off. This means he's under a lot of pressure for this section.
Going on board with Tribe through 100R. A little bit of a clip of
See,
grass
they'll
from
bunch
down
up
speed.
again.
different apexing speed, so Tribe must be set up for a bit more downforce in order to counteract their weight. And again, cutting underneath. Nice work there by Tribe. Does he get the run down towards the Dunlop chicane?
He would, but Svander's got that straight line speed.
That is incredible stuff from Svander.
Under braking, he thinks about it. Tribe sends. Free wide,
guys. Is that going to be enough? There's contact!
There's contact, but they're clean for damage.
It was very risky
but
stuff.
The racing, I wouldn't say it was clean.
Down speed gets muscled out, shuffled down into 9th, now side by side with Warbeast. 9th overall that was. 8th now as they run wide again.
Dirty tyres now for Dan as well, he's got to be careful.
As I think the first bit of GT lappery is going off.
Yeah, John Wandering's got Mika right behind him. He pulls to the left, Mika to the inside, nice and easy.
As there's
one down, many to go.
Was that a change of lead? No, that was just the graphic updating, I think. Ross is leading.
We have our usual fight on the straights.
Unbelievable.
Tribe is ahead of Svander, and then with the 3 cars behind, just doing their thing.
Yep. GTO, it's took them a bit of a while to get warmed up, but now they're into the meat of the action. Just got to be careful that none of these guys pick up damage is the thing.
Tribe nearly lost it on the exit curve then. Oh, Svander's having an issue, he's paused.
Okay, they've unpaused.
Whatever it was is fixed.
Okay. Maybe it was a nose itch or something. Yep. But everything okay. Again,
this
no
has let Tribe get away now though.
It has. As I think that was Warbeast starting on the inside.
Ooh, GTO with the big send.
Juicy stuff. I don't think it's going to quite work out for GTO. As Mika's coming through. Oh, poor Mika. Look at this from Mika's perspective.
Yeah, because they're going to come across. Yeah, he can't do anything, they're on his inside. They're slightly better than him in the slowest corners as well.
It's all about patience here, with being an LM car. Because the last thing you want is to pick up a penalty for
that Svander went wide on the exit. May compromise him a tiny bit. Yeah, Mika has made it through, and that's important.
Dan Speed goes to the pits, it looks like. Did Dan Speed pick up damage? No.
I can't select him.
They haven't got damage or anything. I don't know why they're in the pits. This is a bit early. This is like... I wouldn't even say 3-stop territory.
I know sometimes the damage doesn't sync up, so it could be possible that he has it and we don't see it.
They're changing tyres. Like, no pause or anything for the damage.
I'm listening for damage.
They're fueling up. No, nothing.
No fix. Maybe he just wants to get out of that battle.
What, clean air? They think that maybe if it continues... Maybe they thought like if it continued like that, their contact was inevitable.
I mean, Arama's turned to fight through the back. So I think Arama lost time somewhere else before getting to the GTs because he's now about 7 or 8 seconds behind.
Again, their car is a lot heavier than Mika's this time around. As bit of oversteer from Warbeast.
Loose. No damage done. All fine. Actually, looking at Arama's times, he's not had an issue over any laps, it's just how it's been driving.
Yeah, so that is the weight, as I suspected. Around the outside, they run wide. They've gone off the circuit.
I figured as much, probably. Maybe something like that.
My phone
strategic call for Dan to pit early.
That would make sense, yeah.
So it was Hazard, had a guess, which is getting out of the way of everyone, getting some clean air and having a bit of an undercut.
Okay, I'm just going to reset the stream real quick. Battle for the lead still, the two Supras very close together as Kanoni looks perhaps for the inside. Not quite. And also you see a Muda in the background. Has a Muda been catching these guys?
Gone wide.
That's going to be a penalty.
We'll give him dirty tyres and Kanoni will have an advantage all the way around this corner.
There's a nudge between the two of them.
Yeah, because Ross's tyres won't be good until he's exited the left-hander. So he's got deep, still dirty, like I said.
139.2
now they'll be okay.
139.2, 139.3 for Amuda, so Amuda isn't quite catching them at the moment, but if they keep squabbling like they are, they certainly will do.
Well, Aram just ran off track, coming to pass Amuda.
I suppose just being
Canoni
safe.
ahead of Ross after that off-track moment.
Again, Aram were catching them at the awkward part of the circuit to do lappery. I think there's even more madness going off further back, isn't there?
There's a big group, yeah. It's the same group. Tribe, Warbeast, GTO. Oh, Svander, missed him.
Here we see GTR. New helmet there actually, because they are partnering with Team Motorsport in GTMES. Wishing them all the best with that. They are driving for
the issue for GTO here is that the two cars in front of him are set for straight line speed. And I'm not sure he is.
And it looks like he's going to be out of slipstream range. There it is, just over that 7.5.
Svander with the big run. And both Svander and Warbeast catching Tribe down the straight. Just getting into the slipstream as they brake.
It looks like Svander's ran a bit deep. Will Warbeast get the cut back on them?
Careful with the AstroTurf, they've kept it together, but Warbeast's there. And back through.
Warbeast still with a 0.8 second penalty though. As I mentioned last time out though, that won't be an issue this stage of the race, as Svander manages to find their way to the inside, do they? No, not quite.
There was just a slight nudge, wasn't quite enough space.
Svander very close behind. Will they attempt something going into the Dunlop chicane? Probably not. Oh, probably so. Nope, just psyching them out, putting themselves in the mirrors.
Sleek.
That's the wrong number.
Uda has closed up a bit to Ross. He's just about a second behind him now.
Yes, that is well observed. So Canoni is now the one that's escaped from Ross, and Ross is starting to fall back into this pack with Amuda.
Yeah. The main difference between the Supers at this moment is tyre life, with Canoni's being a bit better.
So Ross has been a bit harsher on the steering inputs, let's see. Because I think Canoni's car is slightly heavier, if you can check that.
I think it is, yeah. Amuda not in slipstream this time around, he's 0.9 away as they brake for turn 1.
Getting closer though, that could be key. As, was that GTO moving into place? GTO getting past Warbeast?
Yeah, that's a good pass there. Dan Speed is just setting fastest lap after fastest lap on his new tyres.
Warbeast looking to the outside of Coca-Cola. He's going to try and hang it around the outside. Can't quite get it to stick.
It's a move that I believe Tribe pulled off earlier, but didn't work this time for Warbeast.
Very difficult to do that with a car with older downforce. But it is of course mechanically lighter in weight. I wonder if Warbeast could have a bit of a run here going into the Dunlop chicane. We know that the McLaren is faster than the Lexus on the straight.
He's thinking about it, he's looking, but...
The slight send...
Scrape.
Yeah. Close. That might be a penalty for corner cutting, yep. Warbeast looking to the inside, serves that instantly.
Served it straight away there.
That's interesting, because I think that might put them out of slipstream range for the majority of this straight coming up.
Yeah, gap is just over a second going into the final corner. GTO's got a decent exit. Let's see. So the gap is coming down.
Can we see Dan Speed a bit further back?
I don't...
Pit stop?
Yeah, Warbeast won't be in slipstream until the end of the straight at the moment. Yeah, Dan Speed's just been doing 30 seconds, much faster than anyone else at the moment, thanks to his early stop. Is it another 37? Yes, it is.
Good consistency then by Dan Speed on their debut. There you also see John wandering in the background.
He's currently a good 2 seconds faster than anyone else on his tyres.
Actually, even further back.
Everyone else is getting closer to that first pit stop of a regular two-stop.
Yeah, as we saw in the pro race, two stops seemed to be the way to go. Although it was close with the one stop.
Yeah, it just depends how hard the car is on tyres. Mainly the front left, that's the one that really takes a beating around here.
Just checking tyres between the two front runners in the LM category. Very similar, except for the rears on Arama's car seem to have been abused a bit more. So that's under acceleration. Probably just because it's accelerating a heavier car.
And the rear tyres will be doing more of the work under acceleration because of the difference in the hybrid strength.
Yes, that's true.
The Porsche being a lot stronger hybrid. So Muda's basically held the gap to Ross as it was, 1.1, now 1.2 seconds.
It's more even tyre wear for the RCZ, and better front.
has recently got past Tribe.
Yes, that may have been on
Probably
the
into
straight.
turn 1.
We're going to see this. Oh, it was actually before turn 1. It was quite a way back. Bit of a lock-up by someone, bit of smoke.
Again, I can see the difference around 100R with the setups.
Tribe looking to go for the
cutback.
cutback.
You can't do it.
Bit of a nudge.
There's not quite enough grip for him to do it at the moment. But he'll have a go here.
Oh yeah, he's
Will he?
close enough. Yes.
Sending it. Space has been left as well. They're not going to hit too hard.
And he can't quite get a cutback, Ken Svender. It was the positioning
very
there
hard to
by
get a car
Tribe.
back there.
Yeah, good positioning by Tribe to not let the cutback happen. Warbeast back ahead of GTO by the looks of things.
Yes, he is.
Again, another person making their debut. Nice green
Tribe.
helmet.
Now under pressure down the straight, Svender's going to get past really early.
Oh, yep. Here we go.
Ross is in.
Ross.
Going for a slight undercut on the others.
Okay, so Ross in from, was that the lead or second?
It was second.
Okay, so he's trying to perhaps catch back up to
GTO goes into.
Okay, so this is around two-stop territory, is it?
Yes, it is.
Mika into the pits, so this is two-stop territory. If the LM's
Mika's in.
pitting.
Oh. That's fine. Arama also coming across looking like he's pitting. Yep,
Ross
he's indicated as
exiting.
well.
There goes GTO.
They are fine. I think that's John Wandering following him in. Yep, he's pitted. So we currently have Kearney leading away GT with pit stops underway.
Will Canoni do an immediate response to their teammate pitting and pit this lap? Or will Canoni actually try the one stop? If you say that their tyre life was a bit better.
It was, but it's about the same as everyone else's. Because Ross's happened to be the worst.
Yeah, it's probably best if Canoni did pit this time around. Looking at the tyre life. We're going to see if they do so.
He's thinking about it. And he is. He's within the white line.
Yep. You are allowed to
yeah, that's all fine.
there.
You can smash that wall and you rarely get damage.
Into the pits.
So everyone does it, so we've stuck that out. Two more cars just went in then. Tribe and Svander.
And a Muda. So
And
four
a
cars in the
Muda.
pits.
Three
Well,
cars.
five.
For the arrows.
Warbeast in as well.
This is the actual two-stop lap, and everyone else was an undercut. So this will cycle Dan back to the front in GT.
Yes, because Dan had a very nice undercut. But we expect them to have an extra stop at this
Yeah,
point.
he'll be having some. Well, I think he'll still try and do a two-stop. He'll just have two long stints now.
Yes. Could be a bit
It's the
difficult
next
on
one.
the super softs, but we'll see how
Okay,
it goes.
Svander has swapped onto mediums.
Svander on mediums. So
Morbius has gone to the regular soft.
and Svander
John
has
Wonder is
only
also on the
fueled,
medium.
Svander's only fueled to halfway, so they can't be expecting to go that far on this particular set.
That's about right for the fuel though, because they've used about half a tank for this first stint.
Interesting.
So he should be fine to do the same stint again, especially on a less grippy tyre.
My only guess is that Svander's trying to save time by double stinting these tyres.
I don't think that's worth it with how fast the tyre stops are though.
That's the thing.
It's 3.5 to 4 seconds for a tyre change on top of other things in
So
the pit stop.
I'm really not sure besides that why else they would go for mediums, but they're on them. There's no disputing that. They're ahead of Tribe still, and GTO close to
Tribe took on more fuel, so I think that may have been a swap in the pits. It became so close I couldn't really tell. As you say, GTO's right behind them. We'll see how it comes onto the straight. Won't be in the slipstream this time for those guys.
Warby's lost quite a lot of time, but seemed they fueled up a bit more. V12 engine in that McLaren F1,
yes.
so they'd burn it quite quickly. They're on regular softs, as I think you may have mentioned earlier.
I probably did. I said Svander. Yeah, I did. Well, at least John Wonder was the other one on different tyres. He's got the mediums as well.
He's the 167 miles an hour and braking. On average, I think they get up to around 164. So that's the different
2
power
litres
thing.
just having some wiping. Mika passing down.
And Arama getting past Warbeast, as we just said. So Mika with a 0.8 penalty. Again, no real worries about that at this stage of the race.
Dan's tyres are actually in pretty good condition still. So the strategy could work out pretty well for him.
Yeah, it's definitely a bold strategy choice. We've not seen anyone else try stopping that early before, but it seems to work out for them at the moment.
Because basically he's had the option to get out the pack, the big fighting group of cars, because they were, I think, about 2 seconds slower than what he's been doing by himself here.
Putting my phone on charge again. There we go. Apologies for that.
Do our quick LM check. Arama was wide then in the second to last corner. Tribe's passing Svander up the inside in the final corner, but Svander's going to have the straight line speed surely. Is that is about drafting from Svander?
That is indeed.
Drive down the straight. Up until this point. Backs off.
May have been accidental, I don't know.
My controller's decided to act up. Can we not?
I suppose we could issue a reminder for no bump drafting. Although actually Svander's watching the stream, so yeah, just an extra point, bump drafting isn't allowed. I'll let that one pass as a verbal warning. Besides that, everything seems fine.
I have issues keeping up with Tribe through this sector. Not sure he'll be around to draft next lap.
Yeah, that's the
Combination
thing.
of the different tyres and the different way of setting up the car.
That's the thing. It would have made sense to try and get ahead of Tribe in that situation, and then try and hold him up through the slower sectors.
The final sectors where you're really going to feel the difference in traction.
We've seen that the Mercedes is very good for traction as well, so... Oh, bit slidey as they go over the curb there for Svander. What's going off the lead? 5 seconds between Ross and Canoni, but ahead of that,
Still
3
Dan
seconds.
out front, of course.
3 seconds.
Dan has been basically matching Canoni's pace.
Keeping him out of slipstream range, which is good.
We have a state of around 2 to 3 seconds. But they're very spaced out in LM. Mika is 28 seconds ahead of Arama.
Has the fastest lap of the race too, with a 125.478. Not sure who's the fastest in GT, though I suspect
basically
Dan.
what he did in his qualifying. I'm going to guess it's Dan. I'll have a look. Oh, it's barely Dan. He has it by just over half a tenth from Ross. So 37.519 from Dan and 37.577 from Ross.
As Arama's coming up to lap Dan.
Yeah, you can fly around the outside hopefully.
Yep, nice
problem. Uses the curb. Dan may have lost a tenth or two through that, but it's alright.
Well, the gap at the start of this lap was around 3 seconds. It's now down to 2.3. And it seems that the BMW is actually a bit better on the straights compared to the Supra, based on how
that is probably down to their ballast, to be honest.
Yes.
With Dan having none and only having a decent amount. Well, Dan's had a bit of a moment on the exit, held together. That gap's going to come down.
Here it was again on the replay.
Gap is now 1.5 seconds.
There it was, the AstroTurf. Yep. So, checking in. Are the other gaps, everyone else relatively spaced out? I suppose Fender and GTO are a bit close. But...
yeah, that's probably the closest battle we have at the moment. GTO should be slowly reeling him in. Gap's just a second, and GTO will have better grip for his sector. Of course, GTO has a decent amount of ballast himself.
Yeah, that Lexus has been a bit of a pain for us to set up, I can say that.
Well, he's just on the edge of slipstream now.
Just needs to stick with him, and that's going to be difficult in the dirty air. Although, I suppose Sector 3 is more so mechanical grip, it's slower pace.
It is really, yeah. This is where the tyre difference mostly comes into it.
It seems that GTO is indeed closing in on him.
Yeah, GTO would be thinking about a move here, but I don't know if it's the best choice.
No,
and he's going for the exit. He's going for the right choice because Vander's going a bit deep there. But GTO have to back off there. And now we see how the straight line speeds compare.
On board again with GTO.
They're equalled out now, so GTO is going to start gaining.
Sanders goes defensive, does leave a bit of space on the inside for him.
GTO chose the outside.
Nice defensive
Braking.
work. Will it be enough?
They're both on slightly deep. Can GTO get a cutback? He's trying it. No, car didn't quite behave on the exit. But he's much closer than he was last time. Nearly runs into the back of Svanta through Coca-Cola. And again 300R.
A little bit of nudging going off mid-corner.
Svanta's going to go slightly deep for GTO here, goes for the exit. But can't do it.
We're back on board.
I'll do a quick check through the field again. The gap's still the same.
It's starting to get back to the, I suppose, mundane part that we've seen before last time. Besides, of course, this battle for 8th and 9th overall. As to the inside, oh, a bit of a nudge! If that was prototype on prototype, then that could have potentially been a spin. But luckily the GT cars can take a little bit harder knocks.
There we go again, same as last time. See how the exits are. Better exit for GTO this time.
And he can easily pull alongside.
I got a proper straight line speed comparison.
Here we see the figures.
Svander is pulling ahead again. They're just about clear. It may have to be a dive if he wants to move. But he's hanging on to the outside again, making Sven to go deep.
He's
Deep
outbroke
in the last
himself.
line, I think he's got through.
Yep. Manages to get that to work. Will Svander come back at him through Coca-Cola?
He's close, but these next few corners are where GTO was a lot better last lap.
Not the dirty air as well as the medium tyres kicking in now. Mika's making their way through, there you see, in the Heineken car.
Mika should get, or at least Svander by the time they get to the chicane.
Yep, Svander's been got. And GTO...
He can make a move easy on GTO. There he goes. Careful not to nudge too much. And fine. And on they go.
The last lap for Mika was a 125.982. It's around 5/10 or so off their fastest lap. Which again, decent consistency given that they're quite a bit into this stint now. They've got a 34-second lead over car number 34. See what I did there?
All the numbers here.
Other numbers are available, but 34 here.
They cost extra.
Downloadable content. The Nukeshot Endurance Series brought to you by EA Sports. It's probably not in the game, because it's a microtransaction.
But if it is, you have to pay for it.
Yeah. The gap for the lead of the GTs has come down a bit. 1.3 seconds between Dan Speed and Canoni brothers.
That gap is where it was after Dan made that mistake earlier. They've managed to basically keep the same gap since then.
So it just takes that slight bit extra from Canoni, or a slight mistake
Right there,
from
he
Dan.
just had a slightly better entry into the hairpin. And suddenly it was 1.0. But then Dan gets the exit.
That M3 is such a stable car. It's probably, again, not to discredit Dan, because, of course, it's difficult to drive any car quickly, but the M3 is probably one of the most beginner-friendly cars in terms of just how much traction it has. And that seems to definitely be helping him through some of these traction zones. As it's a bit of a stalemate on the straight. Again, if anything...
Svander and GTO is our next battle. I think GTO may have got past... What?
Yes.
I know what I'm saying, as Svander pulled him back up. I did forget about the earlier move.
Yeah, but Svander now out of slipstream range. And I don't think they're going to be in range again for the end of the straight. Although they are still gaining, but just not enough.
Yeah, he just couldn't quite get the exit he wanted. So GTO slides it in.
We've just passed half the race distance, by the way, not too long ago.
Excellent.
Again, if you're enjoying the stream so far, be sure to leave a like, as there's a bit of a cluster going off at, I think that is the Dunlop chicane. There's quite a few cars.
Yeah, that is Dan and Canoni being lapped by Mika.
Who's the other car ahead of Mika?
Is that John Wandering?
That is John Wandering. So John being, once again, getting close to being lapped by the GTs. Again, just still getting used to things on their return. Good to see John back. And we cut to the CJ cam, where nothing is happening.
Mechanics are just inspecting the car in
Who
great
was that
detail.
person holding his arms up? That was funny. Look at this guy.
I don't see it on mine.
Having a great time.
Oh, you mean the guy above? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, on the pit crew.
Unbelievable scenes.
Actually, it's two of them. Oh, right. There's a blue guy on the left. Oh no, now the woman's joined in. She's cheering to the pillar. Exciting times in the pit lane.
Partying going off in the
substances going around in that booth.
Oh, for peasant's sake. The gap's increased a little bit more, by 2 seconds or so between Mika and Arama, as Arama's coming up to lap Svenda.
Dan is coming up to lap John Wondering and he can't get through.
Yeah, it's being held up a bit.
He's now allowed through and that's allowed Canoni to get within half a second.
Oh, careful lads.
So now suddenly Canoni will have slipstream.
So the traffic has bunched these guys together again, but it looks like, again, the BMW very good on the exit.
Yeah, and suddenly it's back up to the second.
Well, slight bit better exit by the Supra going onto the start-finish straight, but not enough to get into the slipstream range.
As the BMW is the one car that's actually been wearing out one of its rear tyres more than the front. It's leaning more on that left rear.
I assume that's putting the power down through 100R, as opposed to lifting and putting it on
any
front.
of the slow corner exits as well.
Yeah, 100R tends to be the main culprit for tyre killing.
Typically that'll be the front left, but it'll depend on how loose the car is.
They're getting close to needing to pit for fuel, is Dan Speed.
Yeah, just hit 10% left. Could probably get this lap and one more.
Ross looking a little bit better than Canoni on fuel, who in turn looking a bit better than Dan Speed on fuel. I think everyone seems to be around the same for fuel strategy.
Yep. GTO's a tiny bit lower.
Yeah, GDO's the lowest.
Svander's similar to him.
Warbeast is the one doing best for fuel at the moment. I think because they took more at the start.
Most.
John Wondering actually.
Plenty of fuel.
Yeah, different strategy there by John. Is John... He's not going to try and go to the end from here, is he?
I don't... he might be able to make it on fuel, but I'd have the tyres will make it.
He's on mediums, that's why I'm questioning that. It'd be interesting if he can pull it off.
Yeah, it's looking like GTs are all ready to pit, and here they come.
Still a little bit of time perhaps until we see the LMs coming in.
Maybe gained a good half a second from flying through the entry there. Dan was a bit more conservative.
Top 3 into the pits. Here we see the pit stops. We go live to our pit and paddock reporter, as usual, the Joe 2 guy.
Hey, it's me. Lots of people coming in the pits, it's hard to select the right car, but Dan has had his tyres changed, fuel's going in. We'll see how that actually takes on. And if he stays on the same tyres, because who knows. So Dan, Tribe, Ross and Canoni in. And
changing the
Dan
pits.
Not first out.
Canoni, I think that must have short fueled or something.
It is less fuel.
Great tactics there by Canoni. I believe the Sterling Racing team.
The Tribe has just left the pits now. So he's behind everyone. And the other person at pit I said was Ross. Was it? Where can I find Ross?
Ross
there
is 9th.
Just behind Warbeast. So I'll have to keep an eye on when GTO and Sven the next pit. Oh, and a Buddha. He's a bit more up the road, so I missed him. Actually, it looks like they've all got to fit this lap. They've run quite a lot of fuel. Buddha's more okay on fuel, but still not enough for another lap.
He's close behind his former teammate actually before he joined.
He might get some slipstream here before the pits, but he's got to be careful on the exit here. He's under.
Arama's coming.
Well held. And the Buddha has got enough fuel for another lap, he's decided. But we will definitely see GTO and Svender in. They're not making it around.
Here comes Arama to their pit stall. 4 new Michelins for the Paradox Rebellion driver. And fueling up, probably to go to the end at this stage. Svender in, GTO in. Will Svander stay on
Mika
those
is
mediums?
just coming out the last corner now to pit, possibly. Looks like he's staying to the right. Tribe is staying out. She just pitted. There we go, Mika is in.
I'm just checking some of these guys. Svander is indeed changing from the mediums, so that hasn't seemed to work out quite as well for them. There you see Mika
has not yet got Maelstrom under him.
While the mechanics are just rushing back to the Nukeshot pit still there. We see the tyre change going on for the Heineken car of NS Mika. And out the pits he goes, with Arama making their way through Lexus corner now.
Trying to find the guys ahead of him. Oh, that's Amuda and John wandering.
Yep. So Amuda does go by.
He should be pitting this lap. And he is.
Yep. As I was just saying, both of them were teammates actually at Golden Bear Motorsport for a while. Amuda since going to turn 1, but Amuda into the pits. We'll catch up on them shortly. As actually, there's another close thing going on.
It's Canoni and Dan go down the straight.
Here it is. Dan seems to have a bit of a run. We're going to the outside. Canoni forces them.
He's got the speed. Canoni's gone deeper, but it's not too deep.
So Canoni holds the place, but Dan
with the exit.
Clearly
going defence.
The faster.
Outside is a risky place, as we've seen. Dan does not try it. The important thing with Dan is that they're on basically the same strategy once again, and he's up at the front.
Yeah, so that has worked out well for Dan. That slightly different strategy. And if anything, again, they are looking the faster of these two cars.
I reckon he'll try here if Cunningham doesn't defend. Thinks about it, but no. He's going for the exit, takes the better line through the chicane. Puts the car there, but not quite on the side.
Probably gonna wait.
Set it up for the straight now. Both going for the wide line because they know.
I'm gonna go rear wing cam, I think, on Canoni's car just to see how catching up does. Here comes the M3.
Here it comes. Did it get past earlier than the last lap?
Does Canoni go defensive? It's a bit late if he does.
Did not. He only did a tiny little move to the right.
And Dan is not quite
He's
fully
still
passed.
ahead.
And he gets it done
mid-corner. Available.
No, Canoni didn't buy the cutback DLC.
And now he gets the Dirty Air DLC.
A little bit of chaos going off at turn 1. That's all. There's Canoni trying to get back on the inside, going through the hairpin. Mika into the pits. Wait, Mika into the pits?
Destroyed his car somewhere. I did not see that.
How on earth? So he's hit plenty of damage.
Front right and got engine damage from it somehow.
It must have been by himself. He has quite a bit of a cushion over Arama. He'll be glad of that. But where is Arama in this? Actually, Arama's going to go through
Mika
back to the lead.
has gone for a fix-only pit stop. And Arama's through.
There you see it. Both of them close together on track again. Now we know Mika was the faster of the two in qualifying and has the fastest lap of the race. Will he be able to catch back up? 1.3 seconds the gap.
Yeah, and there's no need for Mika to take tyres there because they were basically brand new still. They've done even, well that's his third lap. So yeah, they're all fine.
He's just got to be careful about pushing too hard at this stage. making another mistake. We saw that with James at Tokyo. One mistake led to another, leading to multiple pit stops for damage.
Canadian Dan swapping places into turn 1. Dan gets it back on the exit.
Will can only challenge into Coca-Cola. It's going to be difficult. I don't think he will. No, thinks better of it for now. Here was the overtake. Actually, no, it was before. So it was just on the straight, but Canoni sending it on the inside and then the cutback from Dan. Nice work. Good racecraft from both of them.
Gonna keep an eye on LM here.
Yep, haven't
He's
seen too
not
much
in
from
slipstream, but looks like he's gaining down the straight.
That would be because of the weight, I think, you mentioned.
It's equalled out there, so Arama's pulling away. Yeah, there he goes. It's even to about halfway down the straight.
Oh, bit wide. Arama nearly loses it on the AstroTurf. That's allowing Mika to close right back up and into slipstream range, but dirty air range as well.
Yeah, and dirty air is not something he's had to deal with so far this race.
So he might get caught out by that. Also the marbles you see building up through 100R. A big battle between the two different hybrid systems. It looks like Mika is closing up. I don't think he's going to try sending it here.
Extra defense from Arama originally.
There's very weird
to the inside.
level of weaving, almost. I think it's still technically legal, but
there's a big enough gap, I suppose, yeah.
Just a bit shaky at the moment.
Yeah,
Mika
different
looking quite
lines,
wide.
Mika staying out of the dirty air. Maybe a little deep there though.
Warbeast into the pits, that's scheduled for fuel.
Ooh, yeah, 4 litres left, he's ready for his last bit. Now Mika's in slipstream on the exit, Arama defends to the inside. Back across to the middle.
Here we go
That's
then.
to the right.
It's going to be close. Mika goes to the outside, forced there by Arama.
Warbeast to be that line.
Late on the
Big braking
brakes
from
from
Mika.
Mika. Going to try the outside.
He will get the exit if he keeps it there.
Oh,
Not
will he?
quite.
No, not
The
quite.
hybrid's coming back though.
He's still trying it.
No contact, they're still clean. That's what I like to see.
And there's traffic. There's traffic. Who's
Deep
there?
side.
Svenda. Either side of Svenda through 100R. Well, he had a
Mika's still
fantastic
there.
seat for that action. Front row stuff right there. Back on board.
Mika's got
It
the
looks
run
like
here.
he's going to
Arama's
get
got
it.
to defend. He
No.
does. At the space.
Bit of a psych. Oh, that was a reactionary move, no doubt.
No
That was
contact.
very,
I mean, no damage, not no contact. There was contact.
very interesting stuff making their way through. It's very
Mika's
twitchy.
there.
Mika manages to find their way
John
through.
wandering ahead.
Yes,
Mika
John
will have to
Wandering.
go the inside probably. No, can't
he's
quite
not
get
going
there.
to do it.
John Wandering's left the space though.
Okay.
Through they go. Arama on the edge of slipstream, now out of it, but he'll get back towards the end of the straight.
According to Swablu, the damage that Mika picked up earlier was him losing it by himself, as we expected, with him not calling MD.
I'd hoped to find it on the timing screen, but I was too late to see the sector. But my guess is out the last corner on the AstroTurf. Going by the damage he had.
The Nukeshot
I guess it could be out
LM,
the first corner.
GT.
I don't know. That's going to hold up Arama. Slides from the curve.
Of course, Arama is the one in the championship lead. This is only Mika's second race of the season, I think, so he's definitely out of championship contention.
And he did well in his first race.
Oh!
Arama a bit wide, a bit loose. He fixed up dirty tyres and it showed.
Again, got to be very careful.
And will he go deep on the brakes because of this? No, he's found the limit nicely. A couple of close cars ahead of him. Who is that?
That will be...
Muda and Tribe.
Yes, so they're coming up to Tribe first in the Gulf liveried machine. The rear wing cam on the Mercedes kind of sucks because you can't really see much behind it.
Oh yeah, it's sort of centre of the screen.
Needs to be a bit higher up or something. But nevertheless, Mika makes their way through, as will Arama by the end of the straight.
It's not as bad as looking backwards from the cockpit camera, though.
Oh, hold on. Oh wait, do we even have that camera in replay or watching this?
Oh, I do. This, the change camera button.
Oh right, okay. Oh dear.
Yeah, there's a nice bar on the way.
Yeah,
that's why they have to have these screens in the cockpit for you to see normally where everyone is.
Some detail on the worlds, as Tribe runs a bit wide as we were on board with them. That could be a penalty as they go through 100. Oh, it is, a 0.5.
That's not too bad though, penalties here mostly serve themselves.
We're getting to the point, because we are nearing the end of the race, definitely well within the final quarter of it, that you will have to start serving penalties manually if they start racking up quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean they serve quite a bit through the final sector, so it maybe a case of gambling and see what you're left with at the straight.
Oh, a bit of oversteer from someone. Who was that?
96, that is...
Was that Mika or Ross? I think it was Ross. Oh.
It was Ross. I was on board with Mika. I was trying to identify the car.
Here it was from Ross. Just running a bit wide over the curb, sliding it around.
Yeah, and we just gained some time on Tribe through the rest of that lap. That may be down to tyre life.
Battle for the lead in the GT category has gone up to 3.8 seconds between Kanoni and Dan Speed, with Dan Speed leading.
Yeah, Dan's been consistently fast these last few laps, just played out the gap.
Yep, his last one was a 1:37.655. Again, making that slightly alternate strategy pay off. As Mika goes by Kanoni. Seeing what other battles are relatively close. I suppose Amuda and Tribe, although not, again,
the gap had increased, but
close.
it's come down another couple of attempts.
Just going to check the tyre life between these two.
You'll see that
Amuda should
are in
easily have it.
condition.
And he's got more fuel as well, so he's more certain. Although I'm sure Tribe wouldn't under fuel. I say that now.
That's got the least fuel. I'm just seeing out of the entire field who has the least fuel. It's either GTO or Arama. But they have the least in each class. Both on the quarter of a tank.
Yep. We'll be cutting it close, but of course saving in the pits. GTO's actually got a 2.9 second penalty. That's the kind of thing I was talking about. They do rack up. And you got to be very careful.
If he doesn't pick up another one, he should be fine self-serving.
Self-serving? It's like a Tesco checkout. Sorry. Oh dear. Funny jokes here on the Nukeshot Media YouTube channel. If you do enjoy our funny jokes, do subscribe. If you don't, then subscribe anyway. So GTO currently 8th overall, and I believe that is 6th in category. 2 LM cars. Let's cut to CJ Cam, here he is.
Spectators excited? No, they're a bit bored, got arms crossed. No, she's excited.
One of them's literally looking at their watch. Oh, that was funny. Oh, one of them's getting up and leaving.
One guy we can't see on my screen is doing 2 thumbs up, he's just outshot. His arms are raised, like he's doing it. I've also got a woman with her hands in the air like she just don't care. And another guy's just popped a squat. Some interesting stuff in the pits.
Well, going back to the on-track action, I suppose. Because I suppose that is our job.
I guess. If it has to be.
The gap between Amuda and Tribe for 4th and 5th respectively in category has gone up to 2.6.
Going up a lot in the final sector. It was 2.1 going through the chicane.
There you see GTO in the background of shot.
GTO may stand a chance of catching up to Tribe here. But he's not been able to serve much that penalty, so I
That's
guess
the thing.
his driving style doesn't allow for much self-serving.
No, he's a regular till kind of person, as opposed to self-serving. I mean,
Maybe
sure,
he's had too
it's
many
queuing,
unexpected
but
items
still.
in his bagging area.
Oh dear. We should probably stop, but it's too funny. What's happening a bit further back? Svander, who had a very great tussle early on, he's currently in 9th overall, that's 7th in category. And War
There's one
Beast
of the
was
people
20
who
seconds back.
tried a different tyre.
Yeah, he would have lost a lot of time on that.
Actually, yeah, the three people at the back are the ones that had tried a different tyre earlier. They're now all back on super softs.
Still, I suppose, they perhaps thought it
Here's
was
the
worth
learning
a shot that
experience
far
for their
back.
first race.
Yeah, for some of these
Or
guys.
for Warbeast and John. Svander, it's his second, but it's a new car. And also the first race was Tokyo with the wet, so you know, it's a bit different.
There is that. Of all places to have a technical first race. Well, actually, no, I think Svander was at Spa-Francorchamps as well, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think he may have run out of
I
fuel
did forget
going
because he had
into
skipped around.
pits, something like that.
I think.
Anyway,
Maybe I haven't, I'm just forgetting things.
the gap between the leaders in the LM category, well, the only two cars in the LM category now. Again, sad that Macrian disconnected, and sad that James isn't here at all today, because I reckon the 908 could
we're
have
not
put a
sure.
decent fight.
Why you gonna make it say he was not able to?
10 seconds the gap between the two of them, so Mika has managed to get a bit of a buffer again, with only 3 or so laps to go. 3 and a bit.
Also
Arama...
to shout out our other new racer, Dan Speed, leading GTs now by 8 seconds.
Yeah, what an impression he's made on his debut. So 7 above his car, 8 on his number board. But his original number was 7, but then he was told that it was taken, so he must have just changed the number board, but not the above car graphic. As Arama into the pits, this is probably
Arama will be
for
going
fastest lap.
Yes. Konami's been getting rid of a penalty.
Oh, he's drifting his way through the final quarter. Spicy stuff.
And once again, Dan's been a lot better on tyres than everyone else in GT. Buda might be the next closest.
We're going to compare Canoni to Dan for tyre life. Oh yeah, you can barely make a comparison, there's that much of a difference.
Yeah, that'll be the reason that the gap's extending a lot more now.
We have seen it in the past as well. If you are in the lead of the race, you can be a bit more conservative on your tyres. Because you're sort of like controlling the pace to an extent.
Yeah, if you know you have the pace, just ease off in the right places.
Yeah, it seems to be working quite well for him. Ross, 9.4 seconds back, again in pretty much no man's land. 9 seconds.
Mika has
ahead.
pitted to counter Arama pitting for fastest lap.
Oh dear. We're gonna have a time
Mika
trial
won
session
one
in the
less
final
chance.
few laps. Now, I'm hoping that neither of
Arama
them
is
mess
currently
up.
charging his hybrid in the final sector.
That's going to be difficult to beat if
25-4, yeah. Oh, here they go. Of course, it will be faster than their qualifying because they have a lot less fuel now. I think Mika had a 0.5 in qualifying. Actually, I can check that now.
Well, we're going to see how it goes between them. As they approach the braking zone, the gap between Arama and Mika is around 13 seconds.
Pole was a 25.6.
Look at that, right on the limit. But again, Arama being the one in the championship fight. What on earth replay was that? He's just trying to go for every single point that he can. Who can blame him? And Mika saying, no, you.
Just because he wants to. Yeah. Let's see how they do. Arama's entering the chicane.
He was purple that sector by nearly 2/10.
He will lose out a bit in the final sector though, because he doesn't start gaining time down the straight until basically where the finish line is. Going to do a quick sweep through GT. Tribe and GTO are red on fuel. Hopefully they can make it. Arama, let's see how he does. Mika starts the final lap.
Remember, of course, these guys have burned through their fuel quite a bit, so they will
Across
have
the
lighter
line,
cars.
and it is a fastest lap for Arama, so Mika does need to do a faster lap if he wants that point.
That's the thing, do you risk it? And
He
the
is
potential
already
of...
quarter of a second up,
Ah, okay.
but he does have traffic in front. The first car is John Wondering, who he will get in a good place. Slightly compromises his exit, but that's not too bad. This means Mika's hybrid will get a bit different use out of there.
And where's he going to catch Svenda? Is that going to be in between the chicane and the third to last turn? Like here or so? Yep.
He's going to run Svander's got out of it, he knows. Because he was in the chat for the stream. Mika was 3/10 up in the Arama. It's gone wide on
that's going to be a
now.
penalty, is it? Actually, we've seen people get away with that.
It can be, but it might not be.
It is.
That's the big F. The big F.
That's not going to be fastest lap then for Mika, but it is going to be the race win here today for car number 46. NS Mika 46 taking the win in the LM category. Svenda making their way across the line. Their best result so far, that is, I believe, 7th in category. John Wandering crosses the line to take 9th in category. Dan Speed,
Arama free for second place.
Arama's in second, yep.
I'm now just keeping an eye on Tribe and GTO's fuel because they're pretty low.
Whose is lower?
Just GTO.
Right, okay, because if it was Tribe that was lower, then GTO might have stood a chance of passing him at the end if he ran out, but if it's the other way around, then less likely. It is Dan Speed on their debut, taking the win in the GT category. He's going to be very happy with that. Congratulations to car number 8. Ignore the above car graphic. Well done to them. As Kanoni takes a very impressive second place of all the full-time season cars. Well done to them. Ross will end up taking the final step on the podium, making it a 2-3 for the Sterling Racing Team Supras. Good work by them. Amuda coming across the line, flashing the lights, will take 4th. Tribe will have to settle for 5th this time around. And GTO will come in 6th.
GTO also makes up fuel. We just get rid of some penalty before the line.
I think that's everyone.
Really need to. And that is it. Dan and CJ are the only people to not have a penalty.
Well, somehow CJ doesn't get a penalty for once, yeah. Congratulations then to NS Mika 46 and to Dan Speed for their wins today. I'm just going to save the replay. If you enjoyed that, be sure to leave a like. We'll be having the post-race interviews. I did joke earlier that we probably weren't because of the peasantry that was going off, but we will. Here are the results then. 11.8 seconds between NS Mika and Arama at the end of that, after they both went for the fastest lap attempts. It was Arama coming out on top in the end, getting that extra point with a 125.430 on lap 43. Dan Speed taking the win in the BMW M3 in the GT category, so congrats on them on their debut, of course. Canoni Brothers in second and Ross in third. Again, Supers second and third. Well done. And Amuda just finishing off the podium in 4th, but they did manage to get ahead of Tribe, so 5th. for Tribe and the AMG. Again, very heavy car for Tribe this time around. They'll hopefully be looking to get rid of a bit of balance.
The car is heavy.
We'll have to see how that goes for them. GTO in 6th in the GTs, Svender in 7th, 8th for Warbeast on their debut, and John Wandering in 9th on their long-awaited return. And of course CJ finishing where he should, in last place and 43 laps down.
How many license points is CJ losing for finishing that far behind?
I don't know. All of them.
Okay.
All of them sounds fair. So we're gonna have moving in. Everyone make sure that you have your mic share settings set accordingly. Whew, what a race.
Hello.
Here's the culprit.
Who is doing that noise?
Here's the other culprit.
This is exactly what I was on about when I said peasantry, by the way, all of the viewers here on the channel.
Make a yellow hat livery.
Why are you doing that?
Okay, to the new people, I believe that is just Dan here, could you just check your voice share settings?
We briefed him on the interviews.
My voice share is not on, I don't think, actually.
It should be, because you're in the Monopoly clips.
How do I change it?
Clips might be different to broadcast.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Just realised.
Sharing and broadcast settings.
Oh,
Sharing settings.
Annoying.
Share party audio.
This is going so well.
Here it is. It's the reddish.
Yeah, it's on now.
Okay.
I fucked up this one.
Oh yeah, of course, if we could keep swearing to a minimum, because we are live. Oh, God. I can't. This is... Okay.
Live at the Big Brother house.
Okay, that's going in the funny moments compilation.
No, it isn't.
Okay, it probably isn't.
Funny moments come
Well, I guess we'll start with Dan, I suppose. Your debut, I guess I was gonna say you could have done a bit better there.
Well,
next time.
well, to be fair, I messed up the start and it made the race a lot harder than it should have been.
Well, it certainly made it more entertaining.
It made it very entertaining to drive, because I thought I'd do an early stop, because I was just getting held up behind all of them. And I was just losing time, so... Pitted and then put some quality laps in, and then got out ahead of Adam. And then from there it was just try to stay ahead, and then he jumped me at the stop though, so... Had a nice wee battle after that.
Wee battle. These
Battle, aye.
peasants. Well,
It wasn't much.
well, again, congratulations on a fantastic result. I know that you've only joined the season midway through, so of
Yeah.
course you're not exactly going to be in the best of chances with championship aspirations, but what are your expectations actually for the rest of the season? Next time we'll go to
I don't even know if I'm going to
Laguna
be here the rest of the season, it's just a more
Oh,
work day.
fantastic!
I've not played this game since it came out, really. I just hopped on.
The one race wonder, is it going to be then?
Maybe, but we'll see what happens.
Oh dear. Well, we hope to see you back if you will be back. But if not,
I'd like to, but we'll see what happens.
okay. Well, again, congratulations on the result today, and we'll have to see in the future.
Aye. You might see me again, might not.
Oh dear. Is Kanoni around? We'll go through the GTs first.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Well done on second.
Thank you. Ross is bad.
Harsh words there between teammates.
Yeah, basically the idea of the race was we all knew Dan was going to win, and it was basically trying to maximise the amount of points that we had after that. So,
Well, it worked because you got second and third.
we were expecting Ross to be able to challenge Dan for the win because he had about I think 1 ballast. So
Wow, Ross, you really are bad. No, I joke.
Yeah, I went off.
No bias.
I like turn 2, so
I
I
didn't do it like that.
overcorrected. But no, Adam was just quicker than me. It was really annoying.
Yeah. Nevertheless, both of you made it to the podium today, and again, fantastic result in terms of the team's championship.
yeah, that's what we were sort of looking at for this race, was just to keep the team going. Against who are we fighting against? Like
I have no idea at this point.
like I think it's Rama and Rotary in the LMPs and Nukeshot, I think. Yeah, is the other team.
Oh yeah, we've got like a Pro-Am team, because there's one in
Yeah,
Pro
we've got like a
there.
weird Constructors Championship fight going on.
Well, I would wish you the best of luck with that if my team wasn't involved, but it is. But congratulations nevertheless, in the best of sporting manners, on a fantastic result here today for both of you, and we hope to see you next time out at Laguna Seca.
Yes, we should be here next weekend.
Fantastic. Who else is around from the GTs? we don't care about you, okay? We just don't.
So how was your experience being kicked from the lobby before the race started?
Fantastic. So we'll move on to Tribe, I suppose. Tribe, it was 5th place in the end for you today. I suppose there wasn't overly much you could do with the success ballast that you had at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty shocking. I mean,
He wasn't very happy during the race.
Nah, the first corner was alright, but yeah, it made. I think it was Savander kept getting away a little bit, can't lie, and let Amuda get away, which probably cost that place at the end, I don't know, but yeah, bit of an issue there.
Yeah, nevertheless,
Got hit
there's some
on as
great
well, which is
battling throughout the race, especially early on. There was
First 2 laps.
fantastic stuff.
Yeah, first 2 laps was decent.
Cool. Again, looking ahead to Laguna Seca, I don't know, because of course you did have a bit of a tricky start to the season, whether you will be losing any ballast or not.
No, I won't.
Oh dear.
Got hit off, yeah. Rip.
So, well, again, what are your thoughts going ahead to Laguna Seca? Because that, of all tracks, again, is going to be a very tricky one for a car
Probably
with
going to be a
ballast.
shocker, again, to be fair. I mean, I really don't know. I've done like 2 laps in it and binned both of them, so... Yeah,
Oh,
that's
dear.
not looking too great.
This interview just was
Sorry.
randomly interrupted by stuff. Look, okay.
Oh, my mic broke. It's trying to fix.
Oh dear. Well, nevertheless, Tribe, we wish you the best of luck in the future races, and of course, looking ahead to that championship battle with whoever it is you may be battling
boy.
with. I don't know. I think
I don't know
is
either.
it GTO that might be the closest in split?
Yeah, I'm ordering
I think I've
GTO.
overtaken him now, though, because I've just beat him.
Yeah, it was a
Only
3-point
just.
gap between me, Tribe, and GTO going into the championship.
Yeah, so
This race, sorry.
Now
Gonna
the
be
point gap is probably
quite
about
close.
10 between me and you, but... Rip. Wait, how much points you got now? You got like 7.
7.
Oof.
I'm in a Rama territory now.
I've got 2.
One under John.
Oh yeah, you have got 2.
Oh no, Lynx is gonna have 0.
If Dan's got
Muda's
the...
gonna have like
110% ballast.
Okay, quick question. If I'm here next time, what ballast will I have?
you'll have 3 extra because you won a race.
Okay.
Unless
That's
you
good.
join only at Le Mans, which no ballast. No one has any ballast at Le Mans.
Okay, okay.
So
When's
is it
Le Mans?
Laguna it's last? Like
We're-
October.
we're-
Halloween,
we're-
Halloween
later.
basically, I think. Right.
Okay, okay. Good to know, good to know. Right, anyway, I'm gonna bounce because I got bed and then I got work.
Alright. I'll see
And I
you
need a
later.
shower, I'm sweaty after that. Right, bye.
Okay, see you
Yep.
around. So I think we've
Good.
covered all the GTs, so I suppose we can get to Heineken Boy for today. Mika, how was that? Let's start by talking about you binning it somehow and having to do an extra pit stop rather than the win. How was
You had
that?
to do it to him.
A lot of fluids came out of my bottle.
Oh, okay.
Understandable.
No, I went through the first corner and I think I clipped the grass on the outside and I bit it straight into the wall, so I had to do almost a whole lap with engine damage. And yeah, then I came up behind the Rama. We had a good battle there. Very spicy there, then I managed to get it ahead of him. And I saw he got the fastest lap, so I tried to do one and I pinned it. But yeah, I had a good race nonetheless. I had a very shaky start as well, where I had to overtake Metcurion and Arama again. But apart from that, I've had a fun race. Yeah. One big mistake, but I managed to set it right.
Yeah, again, congratulations on that result. Looking ahead to, of course, Laguna Seca, will you actually be there for a start?
Yeah, well, I will be at Laguna Seca. I think it will be a big challenge for the LMPs, Laguna Seca.
What, with the lapping?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not too many long straights, so it's going to be interesting.
Especially in the corkscrew, someone is going to do heroics into the corkscrew trying to lap a GT and it's going to go horribly wrong.
Well, he said it now. He is a commentator, so it's officially cursed.
No, yeah, but it will be fun, yeah. I'm gonna say I like the track, so it's very interesting.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, again, we'll hope to see you in a couple weeks time. Actually, no, we'll see you next week because you're a commentator.
Oh yeah, I would have said you will see me next week.
Group it on. Hold on a minute. Bear with.
You bearing with me? Oh no.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on at the moment.
Me neither.
There's something about the bear.
Well, Joe, your thoughts on what has been a very entertaining race today?
Oh yeah, we had plenty of battles throughout the field. Saw a couple of different setups, like philosophies, top speed versus the handling. It seemed to be handling ended up winning out that one. And then different tire choices didn't quite work out for those guys, but it's worth to learn and try these things.
Actually, all part of the experience. And again, your thoughts looking ahead to Laguna Seca, where you'll be racing next week.
I know, it's mad. Yeah, so hopefully we don't get yeeted off by IMPs. Hopefully we don't get yeeted off by the sausage curbs, and hopefully we don't get yeeted off by other GTs. Because it's going to be a lot of laps, a lot of close cars on tracks. It's a short lap, so we're going to get laps a lot of times. Also maybe some weird pit strategies, because the pit lane does take a while.
Ah, that's a bit of a wrong car, isn't it?
What did you think we were in?
I don't know what's going off on track at the moment.
GT3 or something?
What is this grid? Welcome back to random race commentary. Anyway, before all this de-escalates even further, it's been nice having you guys all along for the live stream. Hope to see you next week, of course, when we do Pro Split Round 6 at Laguna Seca, California.
Front right! Oh.
We're gonna die!
I'm not watching.
Adam, I've got fucking one suspension damage, that's it.
Language again. We're still live. For peasant's sake. From all of us here at the studio, someone's typing MD. I've been Zokeo.
I've been Joe.
And, well, me and Mika will hopefully see you next week. From all of us, it's goodbye.
See ya.
Good morning.